immediately regretting my shirt choice today because I'm not wearing my glasses, obviously. And so the viewfinder, I just look like a blurry nude mess. And I'm not about that life. You guys can see that I have a shirt on because you can. This is what you came here for, isn't it? Welcome. Stay a while. Subscribe if you want to. Or don't. It's fine. Hey guys, today I have a beauty haul here for you. I have stuff from Sephora, Ulta, and Target, I think. It's a good collection of stuff. It's kind of some random things and some beauty community favorites. So without further ado, let's just get started. So the first thing from Sephora is this Tarteist Pro Glow To Go. Now, they came out with the, I think it was just the Pro Glow palette that had 6 different products in it, and this is the mini version that has 3. Now I feel like that palette got really mixed reviews. Some people said the formula was really nice, and some people didn't like it. They didn't like the cream one that came in there, but this one is all powders, and I like the travel size aspect of it. It does give you a couple of options if you're traveling. So here are the 3 powders it comes with, and there is a mirror on this side over here. So there is a contour, which is a little bit warm for my taste, so it's more like a bronzer, I would say, for my skin tone, and then 2 highlights up top. I have used this and I'm kind of underwhelmed by it. I am going to keep it just because I will get some use out of it, but overall it's nice. I think the formula is pretty creamy. I don't know why I didn't swatch the 3rd one for you. So it's right there. It's just a cute little palette if you happen to want to try out the Tarteist Pro Glow formula. This is a really easy and more affordable way to do so. So there's the first thing. Next up I have the Viseart, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the, what is this called? The Petit Pro eyeshadow palette. So I have wanted to try this brand for a long time, but if you're familiar with it, it's so expensive. Like, I cannot. I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I cannot justify spending that much money for something that just doesn't seem unique enough to buy it, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but I did feel like getting this little one would at least get my foot in the door, right? I could try it, and if I really loved it that much, then I could somehow start working on the excuses to buy more later. So this is what the palette looks like. I honestly don't know how this compares to other things, but there's a little ribbon tab here, and you pull that up. And then this, no, that doesn't happen. Obviously I have not used this yet because I'm not familiar with it, but it is tiny. However, I think this is another good product for travel, and it does have a good variety of colors. So there's 4 shimmery metallics. I haven't even swatched this. Like, that's how ridiculous I'm being about this. I was like, I'm not gonna swatch it, it's just gonna sit because I want it to just look pretty forever. And then there are 4 mattes on the bottom there, so a good variety of colors and tones in there as well. I am so freaking excited to use this, but I just want to leave it because it's just so cute and pretty like that. I sound 100% ridiculous right now. Then again, when do I not? And the last thing from Sephora, I think this is available at Ulta too. It's the Urban Decay All Day All Night Travel Duo, and this is a really good deal. I think this is $19, and normally one of these I think is $14, so I thought the deal was really good. Although I will say the all-nighter one's definitely my favorite. I've never tried the Quick Fix. I don't know, what does it even say about this on here? This is a hydro-charged complexion prep priming spray. Okay, so I have not tried this. I'm honestly not a huge fan of priming sprays. I haven't found one that really does anything for me, but I will definitely try it and see how it goes. But these are just great, again, for travel. I do like mini-sized things. They're great to try things, and again, they're easy to take with you when you're traveling, as you probably suspected. I don't know if it's showing up on camera because, again, I am blind and I'm not wearing my glasses, but I tried this Kiko spray for the very first time. This is their primer and fixer that I was told in the store, there's a Kiko store that I went to, that you can use it before or after makeup application. Well, I tried it today. It's adorable and it smells amazing, but I sprayed it and there were some like bigger drops that landed on my face, and then I realized that it removed my makeup. So there's like a splotch right there, and I was like, why? Then there's one here, and then there's one like down here somewhere, and I was like, seriously? Seriously? So right off the bat, I have to say this was not my favorite product. Maybe it will be good for priming, but again, I've never been a huge fan of priming sprays, but definitely would not use this again after makeup because that was not good. Apparently $3.49 on a Friday afternoon is a good time to garden, so hopefully you guys can't hear too much of that. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, let's move on to Ulta. I did place a couple orders. So the first one, I did get a classic that I have been wanting forever. I've talked about this before. This is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly Palette. I have been holding off on this for a long time, obviously, since it has been out for a really long time now. Once the hype died down, I really wanted to see if people still liked it, and I have waited to see, like Emily Noel 83 is a great YouTuber to go to for really honest opinions. What's great about her is she often touches back on things that she has talked about before and talks about them later on. Hopefully that made sense. And she still really loves this palette. It was in her Emily Awards, I believe, so I'm like, okay, good. So I finally got it. I have not tried it yet. Like I said, I've been holding back on a lot of this stuff, and just, it's finally in my possession. I'm so excited. To be honest, I really don't smell peanut butter though. Like, this kind of just smells like their chocolate bar palettes to me, but I'm not mad at it. The colors are beautiful. I'm so excited to try this, but yeah, so it's finally in my possession. I had to grab this when this came back in stock, or was for the first time added to Ulta's website. It's the Anastasia Moonchild palette. If you guys don't know, if you didn't watch my last video, you probably should know, I love anything duochromatic or holographic, so I have been wanting to try this. Was kind of waiting on whether I really needed it or not, and once it came back on the site and then they had their 20% off, I was like, this is the time. So here it is if you haven't seen it, although I don't know how you couldn't have. I did think that this one would suit me better than the Aurora palette. That one looked like it had darker colors that probably wouldn't work for my skin tone. I haven't even swatched this yet. I'm so excited. It's just beautiful. I mean, if you actually look close up at the powders, like, they just look so beautiful and duochromatic and shimmery and just multi-dimensional. I'm so excited about this one. I have had a lot of coffee today, more than usual, so yeah. If you didn't watch my last haul, I did pick up the Becca Light Chaser highlighter in Opal Flashes Jade, which looks like this, which is another, oh, look at that, duochromatic highlighter. So if you guys have any recommendations for duochromatic or holographic highlighters, or just makeup in general, feel free to leave them in the comments below, because now you know I do have those two products, so recommend away. Next from Ulta, I did get the Laura Geller Laura's Star Performers. This has her, what are these? The Balance and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation and the Bronze and Brighten. So I got this in the shade Fair. This was $36 and it would normally be $66 as far as retail value goes, which is crazy. But I wanted to mention this right now because these Balance and Brighten powders are going to be half off during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty later on in the month, but I just wanted to get this in here so I could recommend it to you guys. I used this for the first time today? Was it this morning? Yes, this morning. I got up really early to go have breakfast with my dad and my brother, and I'm very tired. This is in the shade Fair. I would say that their shades typically run a little bit darker. So the light one is more like a medium, so just to give you that heads up. But what I really don't like about this kit is the fact that the bronzer that it comes with, and this was not a mistake because I read all the reviews, is that it comes with the medium bronzer, which just makes no sense for a kit labeled Fair. But whatever, I can't say much. I did try this bronzer a little bit today, and it was very reddish on me, and it was not really working out very well. So I did have to kind of buff in some other bronzers to work that out. I don't know if I'll ever be able to use this because even at my tannest, I don't know if this would work for me. So my mom might like this, although she never uses any of the makeup that I buy for her. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I definitely recommend the Balance and Brighten. I used this years ago and I absolutely loved it. So the fact that it's gonna be half off later this month, definitely grab it if you're interested in it. I got my first Mario Badescu product. This is the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. These sprays are very popular. I went back and forth between this one and the rose one, and I decided to go with this one just because the scent sounded more appealing to me. However, I'm a little bit afraid that this might have broken me out, because after I used it, I did have all these little bumps, and I'm a little bit afraid that it was this. It could be something else, which I'll get to later, but now I'm a little bit hesitant to try it because I just don't want that situation, because I had a really bad breakout that is still currently happening. Moving on to a couple products from Catrice. I bought another one of these Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palettes. If you would like to see my other one, it looks like a freaking disaster. Look at them next. Oh wait, maybe you can. Do you see? All the writing is off of it. I've definitely hit pan. Like, it looks terrible. So I got a new one, and I freaking love this thing. I don't really use the highlight all that much, but the contouring powder, after NYX discontinued their taupe blush, their old one, I had to find a new favorite, and that one thing is driving me crazy. Whose house is that? Why are you gardening right now? I'm so sorry if you guys can hear that. Please bear with me. I'm getting there. Almost done. Okay, so I love this. Definitely recommend it if you are light. I think this is the perfect contouring color. It's not too cool. I'd say it is pretty neutral, which is nice. So definitely recommend this. And then the other thing I got is their Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I've only used this once. I haven't given this a fair shot yet, so I don't really have much to say about it just yet. I did get the shade Light Natural, in case you were wondering, so we'll see. And lastly, from Ulta, I did get the Ecotools Perfecting Blender Duo. This is just their sponge duo here. There's a bigger one and then a little one. I've heard really great things about these, and I wanted to try something different from the Real Techniques ones, which I still really like those, but I did want to give other brands a try because so many of them are coming out with sponges at this point, so I figured give it a shot. This one has just a lot of hype around it, I feel. At least it did when it first came out, so that shall be used at a later date. So eloquent, aren't I? Thank you very much. Alright, and to wrap up, I have a couple products that I got at Target, or well, one is a makeup product. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This was like everybody's favorite for a hot minute. I got the shade 103 Natural Buff, which in hindsight is a little bit too dark for me. This is the other product that I'm wearing that broke me out. So I kind of think it is the foundation, but there is a possibility that it was the spray, because I basically had little bumps like all over my face. I don't like that. Did this break out any of you guys if you've tried it? Because now I'm like, I don't want to do it again because it's just not worth it. I honestly was not all that impressed with this. I still love my CoverGirl 3-in-1. That's like my all-time favorite drugstore foundation, well, overall foundation really. So this had some big shoes to fill, and it did not measure up. Lastly, I wanted to show you guys this brush kit. This is, I think, must have been part of the summer collection from Sonia Kashuk, and this was originally $22.99 and it was marked down to $6.88. So I thought, I mean, why not get them? There are these really cool brushes that have these, whoa, really unique handles, and so I just thought they were really cool looking. So first of all, this box is like really nice. So here's what the brushes look like. They're all very soft. I was most intrigued by this one because it looks kind of like a foot or something, but it's really, really soft. I haven't used any of these on my face yet, but it's actually the perfect shape to like powder your face. Like, it looks weird, but then when you actually put it on your face, it contours to it like very perfectly. So this looks weird, but I think it's going to be really effective. So, and that one has like a rosy handle. The other one I'm really excited about is this flat top buffing brush. This is like super dense, but still very soft. So I'm excited to try this for foundation. I just have a feeling it's going to be a pain in the buttocks to wash, but it's very dense, so I think it's gonna work in foundation really nicely. So I'm really, really excited to try that one as well. But yeah, if they have this kit at your Target, it's probably marked down, so I would check it out. And then this one has little lipsticks on it, which I just think is cute. So anyway, alright, I think that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before I go, I just wanted to touch on, if any of you are affected by the hurricanes going on right now, and Harvey, which is past now, I just want to say I am so, so sorry. I am thinking of you all. I cannot even imagine what you're going through. I just wanted to send you all all of the vibes, all of the possible positive and good vibes I can. They're all being sent to you. Please stay safe, please stay dry, just be careful. And yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that for a second. But anyway, I'm gonna go now. So I'll see you guys later. Bye!